Pixar has made us feel for toys, fish, cars, emotions, even souls. And the latest addition to the Pixar canon is about to attempt the impossible. Make me feel for my sworn enemy, anxiety. And I'm not sure I'm ready for that. My name is Ren, and this is my review of Pixar's Inside Out 2. Welcome back, film family. Thank you for joining me on this joyous occasion where we get to discuss a new Pixar film, returning us to newly minted teenager Riley's mind, just as headquarters is undergoing sudden demolition to make room for something entirely unexpected, new emotions. So this is definitely going to go well. Joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust, who've long been running a successful operation in raising Riley, aren't sure how to feel once anxiety shows up. None of us ever are. And it looks like she's not alone. Now, as a frame of reference, I've been extremely excited for Inside Out 2 because the original Inside Out isn't just one of my favorite Pixar movies of all time, it is one of my favorite films of all time, period. I've also been very skeptical of Inside Out 2 because the original Inside Out is not just one of my favorite Pixar movies of all time, it is one of my favorite films ever made, from the gorgeous animation to the beautifully told story with such thematic, compelling depth. 9 years later, somehow they managed to recapture it all again with Inside Out 2. It is not just a fantastic sequel, it is not just another triumph for Pixar, it is one of the best additions to their canon in years, and it will have you feel all the feels. Inside Out 2 is gorgeously animated, fast-paced, tension-filled, emotionally intelligent, and brilliantly written all around. It is above all else thematically resonant in a way that embodies the true meaning of Pixar magic, where they'll have a high concept, wacky ideas, universal messages and themes, and convey it all through the intimate story of a little girl, her struggles, and how she felt in defining moments, no matter how small. The way she felt about it made her who she is. And that's why the emotions take center stage. They take the spotlight because, much like ourselves, our emotions grow and mature and change. Much like us, they are messy and paradoxical, layered and complex. And to me, that's not just the true meaning of Pixar magic. That is the real beauty in Inside Out 1 and 2. Why we don't get just a Riley story, but one about her emotions, and see how they all mature and grow and find themselves in a film that gives us all these layers of meaning and emotion, while all at once being funny, poignant, and emotionally crushing, while showcasing the creativity that has made Pixar icons in animation. And once more, they deliver an absolutely breathtaking movie. The visuals are so creative, the ideas are so out there, but so intelligent, so fitting to this wacky adventure inside this teenager's mind that is breaking down just like you expect. And they also, like in the first one, bring all these different types of animation to characters, to locations, to memorable sequences. And it's not like this is a Spider-Verse situation. It definitely isn't. But I was hurting on my belly from laughing so much because this movie is just so funny. And it's funny because it's smart. It's aware of itself without winking. And we don't quite get as much of that here as we did in the first film. There's a little bit more of a sense of urgency for most of the film now. And that sense of urgency is only as effective because of the brilliant writing, where you have all these new emotions in anxiety, ennui, envy, embarrassment, bring this new complexity to Riley's mind and who she is and her sense of self, not just to us, the audience, but to our returning emotions who go on their own distinct adventure that doesn't just repeat the same beats of the original. That was my biggest fear coming into Inside Out 2, and while it expands on the depth of the themes explored in the first, it carves its own path. While in our new emotions, Anxiety is a star. Maya Hawke gives such a phenomenal performance, and tackling something like anxiety with such maturity and even sophistication in its storytelling is exactly what makes Inside Out 2 so special. I can see it meaning a big deal to children and adults alike. I myself live with anxiety, and I couldn't help but be broken down by specific moments, specific lines in this film that feel so vulnerable and so human. And that is the real meaning of Pixar magic. Everyone else gets their moment to shine. They're not lost in the shuffle, but Anxiety is the one star made in this film, making this chapter in Riley's life an all too relatable one as she navigates the awkwardness of adolescence. And so you have all these elements directly affecting one another in a film that is so full of heart, so full of laughter, but is so emotionally layered, where you're having fun in this adventure and then you're brought to these moments that are so vulnerable and so human and heart crushing. This one will make you cry. Like, take your tissues, be prepared. Also, be prepared because it's a completely different film and it captures that growth between the original and now this story, finding all the specific elements to these chapters in Riley's life while also maturing with the emotions themselves. Every story character beat throughout this movie is so well nailed, from the score to the visuals, the ideas. Inside Out 2 is a beautiful achievement from them, but I do not think it quite reaches the catharsis of the original. Inside Out 2 is joyous, it's heartfelt, it's complex, and truly captures the messiness of puberty while being messy in and of itself. And I appreciate that messiness. I do feel it's purposeful, but it's a film that really doesn't have time to explore all its brand new ideas. Like I alluded to earlier in this video, there's so much brand new in this world as we're welcoming all these new emotions and we're trying to reshape Riley's mind and Riley's self. While the journey is entertaining and the journey is profound, that sense of poignancy that you get in the last film, that's when we certainly lose the specificity in here. I'm happy that it has these flaws because it feels so specific to what this movie is about, the story they're telling. I personally wouldn't take Inside Out 2 any other way. But before I dive into my final thoughts on Inside Out 2, it's time for you to start the conversation about it in the comments below. Let me know how excited you are for the film. What is your favorite Pixar film? And would you like to see an Inside Out 3? And if so, what do you want it to be about? Anything and everything down there. If you want to see other Pixar reviews I've done in the past, here's all of them. I don't know that I've done all the Pixar movies, but I did a lot of them. Or if you just want to chat more movies and TV with me, this is the place to be. Consider clicking that subscribe button and you won't miss any future conversation on your favorite movies and TV. Inside Out 2 is truly special. A wonderful exploration of growing up and finding ourselves while building and deepening the layers and meaning of the original. In a beautiful, intelligent, vulnerable, and laugh-filled adventure that truly earns every beat of genuine emotion. It is Pixar at their finest. I'm giving Inside Out 2 an A. Thank you so much for watching, Film Family. Remember to start the conversation about Inside Out 2 in the comments below. Rank all the Pixar movies if you're up for the challenge with Inside Out 2 if you've seen it by the time you found this video. Big shout out to my channel members for always supporting the channel, and I'll be back very soon with more videos. So until the next one, love each other and love the movies.